And so today we got Stacy Brookshire, aka Crip Mac's dad, in the building, man. What's up?
Oh man, I'm keeping it gangster, man. Thug life of no life. Yes, sir. Respect my mind, respect my ground, respect design. It's my honor. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what does it feel like to be known most recently out here for being Crip Mac's dad?
Man, it's a great feeling. It's definitely a check, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be his daddy, goddamn it, until he, you know what I'm saying, like Lance said. Until he could get in that ring with me, you know what I'm saying? He said he wanted to fade, I'm here for the fade, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a blessing, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely his daddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be his daddy until he step up and take this fade. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
So you're standing on that. You say you're not dropping the dad title until he takes that fade with you, right?
Why would I? I'm gonna stand on this to the graveyard, man. Cause you know what I'm saying? You say you crippin'. You know what I'm saying? Show me your crippin'. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put it out there in the word that you're gonna beat my old ass and this, that, and the other. Let's handle that business. Let's handle that business. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this shit global. Cause I'm telling you right now, in the first round, he's going down. And that's on my nation. That's on my gang side. Brotherhood one way, for real. Ain't no question about it. No two ways about it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so man, let's get into a little bit of your backstory, your history. So tell everybody out there who don't know exactly where you're from.
Man, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm a Brotherhood one way from Fifth Avenue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a mob boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago to Indiana. Indiana's to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Jumped off the porch when I was 14 years old, controlling the street from every angle. You know what I'm saying? You know, Gary, Indiana was mine. You know what I'm saying? I gave them the lesson and the blessings in my city. Yes, sir. Shout out to Chicago for blessing me and putting it on my table. And I just spreaded my wings all through the city, through every project. Yes, sir.
Now, being from Gary, Indiana, man, it's all for a long time. It's always been heard that Gary, Indiana is just like a smaller version of Chicago. A lot of crime, a lot of gangs, a lot of things going on there, man. So what was it like growing up in Gary, Indiana?
Man, it's a dark place. I got this song coming out called Born in the Graveyard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I woke up, I was born in the graveyard living in Gary, Indiana. It's like, man, getting out your car when you're going and you got your pistol on you, you going in the house, dropping your keys because you don't know if a nigga gonna jump out the bushes on you. You know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to be still living, man, you know, because it's like an alley. You know what I'm saying? Like Chicago got places to go and hang out and run and hide and get away. In Gary, man, we don't have no shopping malls. We don't got no place shit for the kids. You know what I'm saying? We sleep on top of each other. When we gang banging against each other, it's in the same alley. You know what I'm saying? So it was rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Now, it would be tough to be going at it with a rival gang in the same alley, man. So that's the way that you guys come up there?
Yes, sir. Like if I'm from Fifth Avenue, the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, down the street, you know what I'm saying, like maybe a half of a mile, you know what I'm saying? You got the lady right across the street. You got the Miller Projects down the street. You got Ivanhoe Guards over the other side. And when the war on, the war on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's on sight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just on sight. You know what I'm saying? To be alive, coming out of Gary as a gang member in an organization, man, and a drug lord, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to still be here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so is it true that you started off on the streets as a well-known vice lord?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Could you explain a little bit about that? Because we hear a lot, you know, people who are in hip hop and listen to a lot of the Chicago drill and stuff like that. You hear a lot about the BDs and GDs. You don't hear as much about vice lords and what is it? The 5%ers or what do they call it? I don't want to mess up the name.
The 5%ers. You know, that's a New York thing, but it's all over. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got that first teaching from when I was in Raybrook, New York Federal Prison when I started teaching unreliable homie. You know what I'm saying? But I raised above that situation because the teachers wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it didn't spread the love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I got away from that. But when I came off the porch, man, I jumped off as a brotherhood one way. We ride up under the five. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So we had our own gang up under the five, up under the chief called Manny Hope. You know what I'm saying? I met a guy when I was 14 years old by the name of Tiger, which his name is Charles Scott from the west side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? He's a traveler, which I am a TVL, a traveler. Up under, you know what I'm saying, King Neal and all them, but I'm Tiger crazy. because that's who got them to give me the game to put the food on my table, to make me bless my time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't call it a blessing day, and I ain't glorifying it today, but this is just who I was in my heyday. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, Chicago gave us the structure, you know what I'm saying, how to put this thing down, you know what I'm saying? And I just gave it to all the neighborhoods in Gary, Indiana.
Okay, so originally when you jumped off the porch, you jumped off and you were a traveler, or is a traveler and a vice lord the same thing?
Yeah, they're the same thing. It's branches. You got the travelers, you got the mafia insanes, you got the conservatives, and so on and on. You know what I'm saying? I took up under the big old T, which is solid because of my guy Tiger. You know what I'm saying? Like he like a father to me. But I jumped off the porch as a brotherhood one way. We ride up under the nickel, which is the same thing as the vice lords. You know what I'm saying? But the vice lords is like the corporation. We like the branch on the tree, the one ways, you know what I'm saying? But vice lords overall is you know what I'm saying? They the big picture, you feel what I'm saying? So that's what I represent.
Okay. So similar to the Crips, like there's different type of Crip branches, right?
Yes,
there's different type of sets, there's different type of gangs.
Yes, sir.
Wow, interesting, man. Now, how in the world did you work your way up to being a Brookshire Mafia boss or Brotherhood 108? Like what's the difference, or are they one and the same?
That's all who I am. I'm Brookshire Mafia. It's on my chest. You know what I'm saying? I worked my way up from being in the drug game. And first I started off fighting and, you know, being an animal, had an animalistic mind state. I had a heart of a lion. I was just tearing up shit. I really been in wars. You know what I'm saying? I really been in the streets. I really been in the alleys. This ain't no Crip Mac skit. This ain't no nigga that came 20 years at 25 to be a gang member. This ain't none of that. This is a juvenile going wild as a child. You know what I'm saying? And that's me, man. I was victorious in my city. You know, I'm going through my city. I was crushing shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I started my own, you know, I had my own organization, which was the Brookshire Mafia. And we turned into the rap group, and we just started doing that thing. And I was just governing everything, you know what I'm saying, in my city, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, I'm a real mob boss. You got mobs in Chicago. How we don't have mobs in Gary, Indiana? You know what I'm saying? You had the black mob, the Italian mafia come from Chicago. You got the black mafia in Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Which is me, the mob boss.
Okay, now when you were as being in charge of this Brookshire Mafia, is it a very big set, or I mean, if you consider yourself a mafia, people think, you know, something huge, like a lot of people up under you. Like how many people were you in charge of?
We about 15 strong, and then, you know, with Brotherhood one way, from Fifth Avenue, we became bigger. It was a whole bigger thing, because, you know, Manny Hawk, the leader of the one ways, I'm the leader of the Brotherhood, and we joined forces. Brookshire Mafia is like my core, who was pushing the issue with me in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So we all come together, and it's just one big solid family.
Okay, that's a detailed explanation. Yeah. And earlier when I was asking you, I think I was thinking about Black Peace Stones. I accidentally said 5%er, but I think so. I know that's something totally different. That's a whole nother organization, right?
No, that's part of our family, but they different organizations. But they the Peace Stone, but they same thing with us. They're rocking with us. You know
okay.
But in this day and age, man, we trying to tell the youth all the gangs need to be together and be as one. We fucking with the GDs, we fucking with the BDs, we pushing that type of ingredients today. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love coming from me. But back in the days, then we was juveniles going wild.
And also, man, you've got a lot of prominent Chicago drill artists who are talking about pushing peace. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You got J Main, you got the Great King Yellow, you got Ruger. You know what I'm saying? You got all those guys, man. You know, you got on top of don't forget Jersey, Skinny from the 9, putting it down too, pushing that peace. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.